Alright everybody, welcome. We're back in Asakusa, and today I wanted to talk about the hidden rules of behavior that Japan has. But try not to let that intimidate you, because although there are hidden rules of behavior, they're more like guidelines, and the main rule you should keep in mind is that as long as you're not disruptive and respectful of others, you should be okay when you plan on coming to Japan for travel. But anyway, hopefully after this video you'll have a better idea of what's expected of you while you're here on travel. And thanks for watching. Alright, so first up is the no eating while walking rule here. And you can see some people doing that here, which is completely fine. In a tourist area, nobody really cares. So you're kind of expected to do this because there are food stalls everywhere. So the key is with eating while walking is don't make a mess. That's like the main rule. And be respectful of everybody else. So eating while walking is perfectly fine in a place such as this. Other areas, not so much. A few areas like business areas, but tourist areas, eating while walking is fine. Okay, I did say there are hidden rules in Japan, but also you can see there's some not so hidden rules. This applies to locals as well, like the sign that says no bicycles. You can't really take bicycles that way, and you'll see lots of signs like this in Japan that tell you what you can't do, so just be mindful. Alright, so we're on the subway now. So the general rule for the subway is that you keep your voice low and try to be quiet. And also no talking on the phone as well. And also no eating or drinking, but I have seen people break the eating and drinking rules, especially early morning commuters. But the key is, again, is to not be disruptive and be respectful of others and don't be messy. And you can sort of bend the rules, especially with eating and drinking on the subway. And you just have to be as quiet as you can. Alright, we're at Ueno station, and you see how people are standing up beside the escalator. That is very common to do, to allow people who are in a hurry to actually go up the steps and down the steps. You stand on one side of the escalator here, you're standing on the left side, and you allow people on the right side to go up quickly. That is a very common thing to do. Also an unspoken rule here in Japan, but that's what you're expected to do, is to just stand on the left side and allow people to pass you on the right side on the escalator. Alright, we're in Ueno Park here, and it's a lot calmer here than it is in Asakusa, but you can see some unspoken rules are applying here. It's a two-way street here, literally for pedestrians, but the rule is that you don't block the street, you make way for others to pass by. And you just make space. Even in very crowded places, you make space. But space, Japanese people like space. And Ueno Park is no exception here. Make space for others as you pass them by. Alright, we're in Ameyoko Market here. This is not far from Ueno Park, but it's a lot more crowded. But the same rules still apply for pedestrians here. You have to keep moving. Especially, it's very important in a place like this. Also make space for people and don't block the path as well here. And when you take a picture of something, try to stand off to the side so people can pass, which it is very tempting, I know, to take pictures of a lot of things here in Japan, but when you're in a tight space like this, just try to make space for people to pass. Alright, so now we're at Meiji Shrine here, and also there are a few unspoken rules here that you might want to be aware of when you visit not only this shrine, but shrines in general in Japan here. Alright, so the first unspoken rule here is that you keep to the side of the path. The center part is for the kami here at Meiji Shrine. It also applies to other shrines, so you're supposed to sort of keep to the side. Out of respect for the kami, the deities that protect Japan here. Alright, and another rule is photo spots like this often have invisible lines. You can't really see them, but the general rule is that you're supposed to get in, take your picture quickly, and move on, so you give time for others here. So not just at shrines, but at photo spots in general, you often see lines to take a picture. Alright, so here's another unspoken rule. This is the purification area at the entrance to Meiji Shrine. You also see purification areas at other shrines, but you don't have to participate in this if you don't want to. But the general rule is don't block the area, make space for others who wish to do purification ritual, and just walk past into the shrine here. And also, Another big unspoken rule is you try to keep your voice down in a place like this. It is a shrine, after all. It is a religious site. You can take all the pictures you want, generally speaking, unless you're in a very certain area, like very close. But just try to be calm and considerate of others. That's like the general rule to go by. You're at a shrine such as this. Unspoken rule here. Alright, so here we are. We're in Akihabara. We also have some unspoken rules here that we have to follow in Akihabara. Alright, so the first big unspoken rule here is that you generally can't take photographs inside stores here. So this store, you can't really take pictures, but you can get a brief glimpse of what it's like inside there. But they generally discourage photographs inside all these places, which is a shame. There as well, you can't really take pictures in there. Quick glimpse. Also, here in Hirose Entertainment Yard, they wouldn't even let you take videos in there, which is really a shame, because I come to this place all the time. It's one of my favorite arcades here, Hirose Entertainment Yard, just up those steps there, the escalator. You can't really take photos or videos in there. And also another unspoken rule is you can't take pictures or videos inside Maid cafes. That's at Home Cafe. That's one of the more popular chains here at Home Cafe. They won't let you take pictures or videos, which is a shame because I would love to do it. But any random person, they won't let them do it. You have to get some special permission, which I don't have yet, maybe. Unfortunately, maybe one day. Who knows? Alright, so here we are around Tokyo Station, central Tokyo. This is the business district here. And here, you will rarely see people eating while walking because this is a business district. So the tourist areas, they're a lot more relaxed about this, but you got salarymen that work here, and they try not to eat while walking. They'll either stand to the side and eat, or they'll eat inside somewhere. And this is Central Tokyo Business District here. Alright everybody, we're going to end it here. Thanks for watching. So I covered most of the main rules here in Japan, but don't stress out about them. Just use common sense and don't disrupt anybody else. And there should be no problems. And yeah, eating while walking, again, you can do that in tourist areas all you want, which is where you'll mostly be. But here in the business district, they don't really do that. So, but anyway, I'm going to stop here. Thanks again for watching, everybody. And if you like these videos, if you find them helpful and informative, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have more coming from Tokyo. See you for our next video.